Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the J22 Report. I'm your host, Johnnie Market, and I just want to do a new video, a weekend video, something less from related to actually what's happening on in the markets and more of a financial portfolio one. So, you all know that drill. Hit that like button, subscribe if you already haven't. And as someone who used to sell precious metals to the public and bullion broker, I feel like I'm probably very qualified to do this. And this is the benefits of owning bullion and what it's like. And the first thing I wanted to do is, first off, I don't think it's as necessary as they say. I think bullion is for rich people or people with incredibly good assets. I would say if you have no assets and you start working on having a job, say try to build some cash first. Like, that's my opinion. I'm not telling you what to do. Do what's best for yourself. In fact, if you have debt and you're someone with student loan debt up the wazoo, you might want to start paying that down immediately, especially if you're living with your parents for your first job. Yeah, that might be, since your expenses are low, start paying down that debt first. So, I mean, there's a lot of things, I mean, one, I can't tell you because I don't know you personally, but two, I'm not licensed to give advice, so it's not none of this is investment advice, just ideas. But I mean, I think if you have a portfolio, considering today's climate, you're insane if you don't hold bullion, and that's just my opinion and how I think it should be, considering a lot of people say 10%, but I would say, considering the times we're in, the strife, and the fact that, I mean, this is America's at war with Russia, China, and the Arab world, and America's probably going to lose this war. So that's where the de-dollarization is going to come from. They never tell you how did the pound lose the world reserve currency? Easy. They lost World War II. I mean, yeah, technically they were on the winning side, but America did it, and America inhabited the world reserve currency. So how countries lose their world reserve? They generally lose a war. It's not like the free market, like the libertarian ideology. It's generally they lose it by force. That's what happens. So I would say, in my opinion, if I were someone rich and with a lot of assets, I would have 10% in gold, 5% in silver, and 5% in platinum group metals, which is palladium or platinum. Now, when it comes to what to buy, I would say a lot of products, the first thing you gotta go for is premium. In my opinion, in 2019, 2020, about 50% of my holdings, of my bullion holdings, are actually jewelry related. And during the pandemic, I started buying a lot because I didn't know what was going to happen. And there was a lot of real problems. I had no idea if the world was ending or not, or banks were going to be seized, and a lot of things. And so I started buying a lot, and the premiums were astronomical. I remember the bullion coins were astronomically high in premiums. The silver eagles, I remember the spot was about 16, and all the eagles were being sold at $30 a coin. So what I did was, there was a premium for jewelry, but when you would sell that jewelry, you get that premium back. I remember thinking, well, when I go to sell this silver eagle, am I going to get that premium I'm paying back? And the probably is no. The answer would be no. I probably would have gotten killed on the spread. So I started buying jewelry. And one of the advantages of jewelry is it's portable, it's expendable. And I would say where I buy is, I have no affiliation or anything. I just trust this company because Peter Schiff's on the board. I worked in the bullion industry. Peter Schiff's an honest, straightforward businessman. People can say what they want about him as a doomer, but based on my experience and his experience and my experience in the industry and having to work with through price checking when I dealt with other companies. Companies do check prices with other companies. They do price checks. So I remember I would take calls from brokers for other companies. They'd be like, "What are you selling them for?" And we just tell them. And so, I mean, if you see a bullion dealer saying, "Yeah, we have the lowest price junk silver," they probably called every company and just did a check. So anyway, I did that all the time, and I did that, and so, but yeah, I bought from there because that was the brand, and I just thought, and I've been happy with my purchases, and I can just, so that's why I buy from Monet. I'm not gonna tell you who or what to buy from. I haven't bought in jewelry in the last couple of years because gold's really been inching up, and I've been buying some miners and some royalty and streamings, and lately I haven't bought too much of anything the last couple of months. But yeah, I would say when premiums are high on everything, in my opinion, look at what gives you the highest premium when you go to sell, because you want some of that premium back, and that's what I'm saying. That's the first thing. In terms of what products, when times are normal, I would say I think coins and bars are fine. There's a lot of no bar propaganda in the industry, and they'll say stuff can be filled with tungsten, and they can just coat it with gold or whatnot. That's a risk anywhere. Let me look something up. Bullion, coin, tungsten. I should have. That's a pure. Oh, I get. Of course, they don't really. They don't really. Of course, they don't have stories of. But I remember reading a story of bullion coin being filled with tungsten metal. So I think with technology and the way it is, you can easily find a way to get tungsten into that. It's especially if you're gonna buy more than one. I think anything is. But because I generally buy the major Hallmark bars, and like the Royal Canadian Mint, I really like that company from my time as a bullion salesman. Royal Canadian Mint, Valcambi bar is a good one. But any of the Johnson and Matthey, I would say just if you're gonna do bars, do major hallmarks, and I would say same thing with coins. There's something called rounds. I don't think there's anything wrong with those. Now the thing with those, if you're thinking, well, what if I leave the country and I need to sell these and start a new life? Then I would go with the government minted. Generally speaking, coins are bars, and you can't go wrong with them. U.S. Mint, government mint, the Austrian Philharmonic. So that's what I would do. I would go with the lowest premium, but major Hallmark brand. And I like the coins personally, but I think there's nothing wrong with the bars. So, and during high times, I would go with the jewelry because that's portable. It's not just you can wear it and just leave. You don't have to carry it. You don't have to do anything. But yeah, that's just my crash course in bullion is of how to buy it. Where do I buy from? I haven't bought in a long time, but I bought most of my bullion I bought was from JM Bullion. That's very good company. I'm happy with them. And I don't know where else I would buy anymore. But if I had to buy, I'd buy from JM Bullion, or actually my coworker used to buy. He opens up. Oh, I think it's Monument Metals. So I mean, my coworker, he used to work there, former coworker of mine. So that's also a uh, good one. So, but I bought from Jam Bullion, AtMax, whatnot. So anyway, that's all I have for this. Hit that like button if you already haven't, and subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next video. And I hope you learned something from this video.